Like, deal with this, you know? Like, he could have just been a normal kid if they had just given him some type of medical care or even just fed him.
Narkee's killing it.
Good morning, guys. So it is about, it's not about, it is, it's 8:03. I'm already up, dressed and showered. I just don't have my makeup on yet. Aidan is still asleep and I just got Jack down for his morning nap. Oh, you guys, I'm nervous this morning. I don't usually get nervous for my kids' doctor's appointments, but I'm actually having a little bit of anxiety about today's for Aidan. I think it's really hard to like convey how severe it is unless you live with him 24/7. So for the last month I've been like documenting Aidan's episodes through like pictures and video and all that kind of stuff, just to kind of show the doctor, just so he can kind of see a little bit of the reality, because the fact is when we're out of the house or, you know, Aidan is occupied outside of the house, he doesn't do it as much. It's kind of when he thinks he can go be by himself that he'll do it, and he'll do it in public too, don't get me wrong. It's definitely not just at home, but yeah, I think it's just less frequent when we're out of the house because I'm usually right beside him and he knows better when I'm like literally right beside him holding his hand. So I don't know, we'll see, but I'm nervous. I just hope that we can just figure out what is best for Aidan. That is all I want, is what's best for Aidan, whatever that may be. So I'm so sleepy. Oh, excuse me. Jack is doing that thing where he's up most of the night again. Sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder instead of at you guys. I don't mean to. Anyway, I am going to go maybe have a cup of coffee. I'm thankful that his appointment is at 10:30 and not like at 9. Oh my gosh. And sometimes most of the time actually, we have appointments that are like at 8 or 8:30. And those always stress me out so much because it's like I get the kids on the bus and then I have 45 minutes to get myself ready and the baby and Aidan. And Aidan alone, if I'm not rushing, like he takes a good 45 minutes to get fully ready because I have to feed him and I have to make sure he's bathed and clean and changed and happy, and he has to have some like calm down time in the mornings after breakfast and after a bath and all this kind of stuff. And if he doesn't get that, he's super difficult when we get out of the house. He just has a routine. He does well outside of the house, but I'm so sorry. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. Anyway, I'm gonna go have some coffee. That will help. Coffee makes everything better. You guys, I'm kind of sad right now. So I bought these shirts for Aidan and they're so big. It's so big on him. Poor guy. When I ordered these shirts off of Amazon, all of the reviews said that they ran really, really small. So I got him a 7T when normally he would be a 5 or 6. That's way too big. I should have just gone with a 5. Darn. I guess that means I have to make these Narkee's shirts, which I hate because I got them specifically for Aidan. Here, do arms up. Arms up. Yeah, arms up. I'll find you a different shirt, Betty. You still look cute. Man. I'm actually really sad because I got these for Aidan. They're a little young looking for Narkee's. Like, he'll still like them, but... He's like, I'm not sitting with you, Mom. Okay, so we are in the doctor. I gave the nurse all of Aidan's information and just waiting. So we'll see. I don't think I can film that, you guys. They don't even want cell phones in here, so I'm not even supposed to have the camera. So I guess I'm gonna have to update you guys after the appointment. It's okay, Jack. Don't fuss, man. I gotta call Daddy real quick. Hey. So, we have to travel. basically the doctor, he was very nice. Like, he wasn't rude or anything. Like, he was really trying to be helpful and understanding. Jack is not happy, but oh yeah, he's writing up the referral right now and sending it to Cincinnati Children's, and he's contacting Aidan's pediatrician too. So we're off to Cincinnati. I don't know when, but he said you can fly or you can drive. It's 8 hours, and I was like, honestly, we'll probably drive for money's sake, you know. So we had the appointment. I am not giving the update that I really was hoping I would be giving. Basically, the doctor was super nice, and he was very honest with me. He was very straightforward with me. I'm really frustrated right now. So he came in, and basically we were in there maybe like 10 minutes. He examined Aidan, and he said, I don't want to toss you around unnecessarily. I don't want to do testing only to tell you that I can't help you. He said there is definitely specialists that can help, but they're in Cincinnati. He said, and I appreciated his honesty. This is a really good doctor, and I really appreciated his honesty. He said, you have to travel. He said that Aidan's case is extremely severe. It's one of the worst cases of rumination that he's ever seen. Aidan is off the charts tiny, which we always knew. We've always, every doctor, you know, we've always known he's off the charts tiny. But he's also lost a little bit more weight, and at this point it's just concerning, and we have to get it figured out. I don't know how long. He gave me Cincinnati Children's, gave me their phone number. He's also sending over a referral. He said it could be a lengthy trip. He's like, you could be there 2 weeks. And he said if he has surgery, you could be there a month, because they'll want to keep him in the hospital and monitor him, because it is that severe of a case. And it's just kind of like jaw-dropping, I guess, to me. That it went from stable, like his condition went from totally stable to not stable within a matter of 3 or 4 months. It's just insane. But he said that that's how rumination works. He says it is a progressive thing, and it gets progressively worse. They learn, especially kids with autism that have it, they'll learn that, oh, they can spit it out, and that's a new sensory sensation, and you can try to substitute all of that sensory input with other things, which we've done. You know, we've tried to substitute his sensory input, and it's all just fruitless efforts, and it's been 4 years, and we're not doing it. He said that a J-tube is an amazing option, but he said he doesn't think it's good for Aidan, because Aidan's not going to allow himself to be hooked up to a continuous feed, basically meaning he would be tube fed 24 hours a day on a slow feed. He's not going to do that. He'll pull it out, he'll rip it. There's no way he's going to leave that in there. He's going to mess with it. He said same with a G-tube. But he said a Nissen fundoplication surgery, Nissen is such a, it takes such a delicate hand to do it. He says he does it for a lot of kids with reflux, and it's not as big of a deal for them because they don't have the constant regurgitation issue. Therefore, they're not going to risk pushing anything past their stitching. Aidan will, because of his rumination, and because of that, it can't just be any doctor that does the surgery. I don't even know if I'm making sense to you guys. I hope I am. I'm just trying to reiterate what I was just told. But I'm frustrated, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna travel to Cincinnati. I will drive 8 hours, and I'll figure it out, because Aidan has to have this care and this treatment, and there's no more waiting. You know, I'm not gonna let another doctor tell me, you know, well, you can wait and see if it gets better, because it's not getting better. So that's the plan. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it the rest of the day, just because I'm so frustrated, and yeah. Anyway, that's the update. Not really the update I wanted to give. On a happier note, Narquise has a PTA meeting tonight, and I'm super excited to go because he won this little award for his for good, like a good character award. And I think the theme was respect this month. And he was nominated, and I'm so excited. So if we go to the PTA meeting, he gets to get a certificate and all this other stuff and like be called up and everything. So we're gonna go do that for him because he's excited, and I think it would be good for him to have the whole family there and support him with us. So we've got that tonight. I love him so much. I've been like seriously just holding back tears like this whole day. I just really hate it for him. God, y'all, I hate institutions like so much. Because he could have just not had to like deal with this, you know? Like he could have just been a normal kid if they had just given him some type of medical care or even just fed him. I mean, my God, how hard is it to like feed a child? I don't know. Anyway, a lot of frustration, a lot of emotions going on today. You guys know I don't ever cry. I'm not a crier. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna go home and make Aidan some lunch and get Jack down for his afternoon nap. And we're gonna try to have a good rest of the day and just kind of be with family.
Narquise killing it. Cake man.
So I've had time to kind of refocus and think a little bit and pray a little bit, and I wanted to just kind of come back in at the end of this vlog and kind of do like an update, like a non-emotional spur of the moment update, because yesterday was really hard. I was so frustrated, and I even made a post on Facebook and I was like, it's terrible news or bad news or something like that, blah blah blah. And while at the time after Aidan's appointment that felt very much like the reality, because I was so emotional and I was disappointed and I was frustrated and emotions were just very high, after having time to think about it, after talking with the nurses and the doctor himself yet again, and after getting back Aidan's vitals and his blood work and all that kind of stuff, I'm less panicky, and I'm thankful for that. But yesterday just wasn't the awesome, amazing, saving grace type of doctor's appointment that I was anticipating for over a month now that it would be. I was so sure that this doctor was it. Like, he was gonna, everything with Aidan was gonna be kind of smooth sailing from this point forward, and it would all work out. So I just wanted to recap a little bit when I'm not scatterbrained and super emotional. So Aidan's blood work, everything, his vitals, came back totally normal. So that is a huge, huge praise. The only thing is that he's mildly low on iron, which we are correcting with supplementation immediately. But all of his other blood work, like everything else, came back normal and good and in the normal range for everything. So it's a blessing that despite the fact that he is having this vomiting issue, he is still somehow keeping enough nutritional intake to keep himself somewhat healthy. He's not where he needs to be weight-wise, but you know, he's hydrated, he's got all the nutrients that he needs. Well, not that he, you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it. All of his levels were in the normal range, I'll just put it that way. And while there is definitely room for marked improvement and he needs to gain weight and all of these other things need to happen, he's not in an immediate danger zone right now. So the doctor was amazing, and I said yesterday how I super appreciated him being honest with me and saying that he felt like he was not the right fit for Aidan and that Aidan needed to go see a specialist. The hospital that he is sending us to is one of the top 10 nationally rated hospitals for this type of surgery, for the Nissen fundoplication. I still can't say it quite right. It's super early in the morning, you guys, so excuse me, I'm still tired and having my coffee. But he needs to go to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And I was very overwhelmed with that fact yesterday, because while we've always kind of prepared, like we kind of were ready to travel if we needed to. And traveling's not the issue. That's not, I don't want anyone to like misconstrue like, oh, I'm mad that I have to travel. Like, absolutely not, no way. I will go to the ends of the earth if that's what it takes to help Aidan. Wherever, I've always said that, wherever the best doctor is for him, that's where we're gonna go, and we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna figure it out. So that's not the issue. The issue was just that it's going to be more time. It's more prolonged. It's more time that we kind of don't have answers, that we kind of don't have a solution going on, and that's frustrating to me. It's really, really frustrating. Aidan's an awesome kid, you know, he's so awesome, and I love him so much. I love him. I love all my kids. Of course I love all my kids, but I don't know. You hate to see your kid go, any parent hates to see your kid go through all this kind of stuff. So I don't know how Cincinnati Children's Hospital is going to work. I don't have any answers for you guys because I don't know myself. All I know is that a referral has been sent. A referral can take up to 2 to 4 months for an appointment to be made, which in the case of traveling is probably a really, really good thing, because we will need time to prep, we will need time to save money, we will need time to get everything in order to travel. When and if we do travel to Cincinnati, it will be just myself and Aidan and Jack. And Daddy will have to hold down the fort with the other 3 here. Because, one, I'm not going to leave my little tiny baby for potentially weeks on end. And, you know, Asa has to be here. You know, we have to split up, and that's gonna stink, and it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna be hard to take care of Jack while dealing with all of this medical stuff with Aidan, but we'll do it. We'll figure it out. It's what you do when you're a parent. You just figure it out. You jump in and you make it work. So I also wanted to clarify that the Nissen fundoplication, I said that it requires a very delicate hand. And I know many of you have mentioned that you've had the specific surgery for acid reflux, or your kids have had it for reflux, and that it works amazing. The reason that Aidan cannot get this surgery by just any doctor is because it's when you tighten the sphincter of the esophagus, like, I don't know how to explain this. There's a certain degree you have to tighten it to where he's not able to throw up anymore. Too loose, the surgery doesn't work. Too tight, and it causes damage. But because Aidan is consistently throwing up his food, you can come here, as long as you're quiet. Because Aidan is consistently throwing up his food, he will force food past this stitching area, which is a medical emergency. Kids with reflux aren't doing that. They're not trying to force themselves to throw up every few seconds. So because of that, it requires a specialist to do the surgery in a very, very delicate hand. And this doctor did not feel confident doing that. So basically what we're going to do right now, the plan right now is to just focus on family, hang out with family. We want to get our Disney trip for Make-A-Wish, for Narcise's Make-A-Wish, booked and figured out. We want to focus on that. We want to get Narcise kind of figured out. I've been doing more research on Narcise's surgery. We're not sure we're going to do his surgery soon. We might defer it for a little while because it's not medically like immediately necessary. And we kind of just hate to put Narcise through another surgery right now. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're just hanging out. We're going to focus on family. We're going to just love Aidan. Aidan is being closely monitored by his gastroenterologist. He is being closely monitored by his pediatrician until we get this appointment. So I don't want you guys to think that, oh, Aidan's kind of being neglected in the medical area until we get to Cincinnati. That's not the case. This girl is so goofy. Anyway, I think I hear Jack crying. I just wanted to update you guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go for today. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you are new. And we would love for you to join the clan. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, always live to inspire. I'm gonna close it.
Bye-bye.
Do your palm.